Ooh. Hey everybody, it's January the 14th. I'm Sean. This is basically day 6, day 7. If you follow, tomorrow would be day 8 of workout challenge that I'm doing. Today I hit weights, did some complexes. It was back squat, front squat, presses, 1 minute or 90 seconds of rest, repeating that over and over until it hurt, which didn't take long, and then moving on to a dumbbell push-up routine followed by dumbbell curls, and right back at it again with no rest to finish those up. To really just kind of use what left energy I had. Started feeling the coughing coming on. I was like, okay, I've kind of reached my point. Cooled down, stretched a little bit, and here I am. I want to talk a little bit today. I had a request on the Facebook group to talk a little bit about hormones, how they possibly play a role in weight loss. Let me first say this from the beginning. I'm not a doctor. Everything I give you is my opinion that I've researched. I've talked to some doctors, endocrinologists who are my friends. I have a large group of friends that are physicians. My wife's a physician. I've done some research before over the years on this, working with different people, obviously in fitness. A lot of people have questions about this. So I'm going to tackle this today. Let me first start off by saying this. The majority of people out there don't have a hormone imbalance. The majority of people that suffer from gaining weight is diet related and lack of exercise. Straight up, here's the truth. We don't watch what we eat. And when we do watch what we eat, it's when we're putting it in our mouth. We're not tracking the calories we're eating, we're just eating. We eat more than we should. And too often we drink way too many calories, whether it's through soda, whether it's through alcohol, whether through, coffee you buy at a local shop that's loaded with sugar and all this other stuff. So the majority of people out there do not suffer from a hormonal imbalance that causes them to gain weight. What causes people to gain weight is their diet, followed by their lack of exercise. And then when I say exercise, it's good if you take the stairs. I've gone on a couple cruises and I come back losing weight, and I'm telling you, I eat everything on the cruise. And I stop at the ice cream machine every time I pass it. My friends are like, how'd you lose 5 pounds? I'm like, because I walk the stairs instead of taking the elevator, except on the nights where you dress nice. All the time. I go up to the track and I run around the track. When I do excursions, I'm swimming in the ocean. I'm snorkeling on the reefs. I'm not staying, and just sitting and soaking up sun, which the sun helps too, but we'll get to that another day. But I'm actively moving. I'm also operating at a different level usually. I don't just go on a cruise when I'm out of shape. Usually I've tried to make sure I'm in shape so I can enjoy the cruise. So again, most people, it's not hormones. It's because your diet's terrible and you're not working out right. But what happens when somebody thinks they have hormone issues? Here's where I'm going to throw out another disclaimer. If you think you have hormone issues, the first step you need to do is find a doctor, a general practitioner. Don't go to one of these hormone clinics who make money off of selling you hormones. Go to a doctor that has nothing to gain other than your copay to tell you the truth. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to sound mean. I don't recommend going to a PA, and it's nothing against PAs. I got a lot of PA friends. But sometimes they're more likely to say, yeah, you have something. And it's just because of what they've been taught. I'm a big fan. Go to an MD, go to a DO. Talk to them, have them do the right blood work, have it drawn up. If you get that done and they come back to you and they say, you don't have a hormone problem, odds are you don't have a hormone problem. But then some people still are like, I don't believe that. So if you don't believe your general practice doctor, go find you an endocrinologist. They are the people who have gone to school that know this in and out. And they're going to run a whole bunch of labs after you either A, convince your doctor to refer you, or B, they accept you just because you don't believe your doctor, and some will. And they're going to take blood and they're going to do other tests and they're going to say, yes, you do, or no, you don't. And if they say you don't, you don't. But if they say you do, now you have a place to go. Now, all that disclaimer out of the way. People say, well, what kind of stuff could there be? Sometimes people have thyroid issues. Thyroid issues, again, I'm not going to get into it. You can go Google WebMD, you can Google, you can talk to your doctor. But there are true people that have thyroid issues that can cause problems with weight. loss and weight gain. In fact, a common thing today is some doctors prescribe thyroid medicine that people don't need it. Man, they drop weight like crazy. But if you stay on it too long, there's lots of long-term consequences. So be careful when you're pursuing hormonal treatments to make sure that you're with a person that knows what they're doing. Women are more prone than men usually. Obviously, with the onset of premenopause, postmenopause, during menopause, all that stuff, there's a lot of issues going on with their estrogen and everything else. Women have a higher chance, usually more likely, to suffer some sort of hormone imbalance that can cause weight gain. So if you're a woman and you feel like you've got a good diet and you feel like you're exercising and it's not working over time, not immediately, not one day, again, follow the steps. Go to your doctor, explain it, and do the blood work. See what they say. Come back to it. Yes, there are things that they can do for women that are usually easier than men. Men, testosterone. It's like the magic thing out there. Everybody wants testosterone. I've had it before. It didn't help me lose any weight. It helped me be more energized. It helped me be, more physically active. It does other things. You can Google it online. Somebody here might not be 18. I don't want to get into it. But it didn't help me lose fat. It did help me do things and maintain certain activities that helped me lose fat. But it was not something that just magically turned it around. I'll get into a steroid conversation another day. It's kind of like people are like, well, if I just take steroids, and I'm like, steroids ain't going to make you jacked. You know what makes you jacked? Being in the gym and working out. And if you're hitting that wall, I'm not a fan of steroids. I don't believe it. You should take them. But then at that point, that's where it happens. Guys that take steroids, they're working hard enough that they actually can use the advantage of it. But we're getting out of this and want to focus again on hormones. So, disclaimer. I've said it many times. We could talk cortisol levels. We could talk insulin. There's so many different things that are buzzwords. The problem is today we've learned to market things towards people. And if I tell you your hormones are off balance and you buy my diet, you buy my drink, you buy my pill, it'll balance you and you'll lose weight. People are willing to throw millions of dollars at it. And it doesn't do anything. Don't get me on detox either. It doesn't do anything. Majority of people don't have an imbalance. They have a diet problem and an exercise problem. For those that do have a hormone imbalance, you have to see a real physician. Go to a real doctor. Go to a real endocrinologist. Follow their plan that they're going to set out to a T, because there's a lot of risk by messing with your hormones. A lot of risk. I've known some people that have played with it with people they shouldn't have, and it has messed them up for life. So, can hormones impact weight? Yes. Does that happen to the majority of people? No. If you feel everything's dialed in from your diet and your exercise and it's still not working and you want to go see a doctor, great. If the doctor says no, listen to him. If you don't want to listen to him and you go to an endocrinologist and they say no, listen to them. If they say there is something wrong, then listen to them and follow their plan. But please stay away from hormone treatment clinics. Stay away from these things online. Stay away from these people that are just trying to make money off people by saying this is going to work. If you got questions, you got thoughts, you want to talk about a study, I'm more than happily run it by my friends or do some research on it for you, answer it in the video. But as always, thanks for watching. I'm still a little out of breath from working out. It tells you I'm still out of shape. But this dad bod one day, it's going to be a hot bod. Thanks, everybody. Good night.